Hi everyone, very good evening and welcome back to Grade B. So this is the session for Indian Contract Act, right? And in today's session we have, in previous sessions we have already discussed about the types of contract, meaning of contract, right? What are the things that make a meaningful contract or a legal contract. So these are the things that we have already discussed. There are the two more bifurcations of the contract that we are going to see today. Apart from that, the major focus will be on to offer. ठीक है, so offer is the part of Indian Contract Act. You can consider it as a separate chapter in itself, and this is the chapter that we will be covering today. ठीक है, so number one, we have executed and executory contract. See, these are the different terms that have been used and you should be knowing the difference of these terms. So first of all, executed contract. Executed का मतलब क्या? One that has been performed by all the parties. You may be having two parties, you may be having three parties, four parties, whatever are the parties in your contract, all the parties have performed their respective obligations. Suppose there was a contract for sale, ठीक है? There was a person who was selling wheat and there was a person who was buying the wheat. This person has delivered the wheat, this person has paid the payment. So in this particular case, the contract stands executed. No worries into it. Now next is the executory contract. Executory means execution is yet pending. ठीक है, अभी बाकी है execution. So where one or both the parties, they have still to perform their respective contractual obligations. अभी भी उनको अपनी contractual obligations perform करनी है. So this is called as the executory contract. ठीक है, suppose this person has made the advance payment for wheat, but the other person has not delivered wheat yet. ठीक है, अभी तक दूसरे person ने अपना जो है contract, जो अपना obligation है वो पूरा नहीं किया. He has not completed the performance and this is why this will be called as an executory contract. ठीक, next we have to see, these are different types of contract, ठीक है, on the basis of various sort of differences. So I am here covering all of them for you so that there no confusion remains. Number one, we have unilateral contract. ठीक है, unilateral contract का मतलब क्या होता है? It is a contract that has been initiated by just one party. Now you must be wondering कि unilateral contract कैसे हो सकता है, right? One sided contract, how it can be possible? So let's take an example. Suppose I was having a pet dog, right? One day we went on a walk and my pet dog went missing. So in such a scenario, what I did was I gave an advertisement in a leading newspaper that this is my dog and this is missing from this particular place, and whosoever gives me the information or brings my dog to me, I am going to give him or her 10,000 rupees. अब बताओ, इस तरीके के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में I have decided that what will be the consideration, I have decided that what the other person has to do for me, right? All the things have been decided by me, just me, right? And whosoever fulfills the conditions of this contract, conditions मतलब the only condition is you have to find the missing dog. आपको बस कुत्ता ढूंढ के लेके आना है. So if you have done so, then unilateral contract will convert into a bilateral contract. ठीक है, पहले तो unilateral ही होगा because there is only me who has framed and gave the advertisement for this particular contract. I do not know that who's going to be the second party. मुझे पता ही नहीं है who will be the second party, right? So in the unilateral contract, it involves one party or person. Any offer of a reward is made and effected only by the promisor. If you will fulfill the conditions, then you are going to get the promised thing, promised reward. The promisor has to specify the duration of offer. Now, in many times in such kind of advertisement, there is a specific time period as well. ठीक है, एक time period भी दे देते हैं that if you are going to fulfill the condition within this time period, then only you will be eligible for this reward. तो अब अगर आपने मान लीजिए whatever was said, you completed that, right? You completed it within the time. That means you have complied with all the requirements. In such a scenario, you will become the party of this unilateral contract, and the unilateral contract will turn into a bilateral one. Okay? Next is, let's come on to bilateral contract. Easy to understand. It involves two parties. Both parties, they need to make promise, and both parties decides the time frame within which they have to perform. This is the normal contract that we have been studying. ठीक है? Bilateral contract मतलब कि दो लोग आपस में contract करते हैं कि that okay, these are our obligations, respective obligations, and we need to fulfill those obligations, right? So with this, the introductory chapter of contract is finished. We have discussed the definition, the essentials, etc. These are the things that we have already covered. We are moving to a very important chapter of offer. Today's lecture I am going to cover the offer related things. ठीक है, सारी चीजें जो भी offer से related है. And then tomorrow we'll be talking about the acceptance, and likewise things will move forward. So offer के बारे में बात करते हैं. Very important thing, section. So in your SEBI legal examination, sections have been, I'm just talking about Contract Act right now, ठीक है? I'm just talking about Contract Act. So in your previous year examinations, if you see it clearly, your questions have been asked either from the fundamentals, ठीक है, या तो बहुत ही fundamental सी चीज पूछी गई होगी, or they would have asked you sections. And fundamental is really easy to click through, because once you have gone through all these lectures, आपको वो चीज़ है ना दिमाग में register हो जाएगी. It will click through your mind if you have already watched or already have read the fundamentals. But remembering of sections is really very important, because it is a legal examination. So that is why sections cannot be missed, and that is why sections will also be needs to be remembered. So section 2A of Indian Contract Act talks about the offer. When a person expresses his willingness to another person to do, see, both positive and negative contracts will be talked about over here. Please see very clearly. I can say to the other person, see, the contracts could be a positive thing to do, or it could be negative as well. अब देखो कैसे हो सकता है, I'll tell you how. So in such a situation, what happens is positive versus negative. Suppose I want that you should work under me in employment. So here I am giving you an offer that please work alongside me. मेरे साथ में काम करिए, ठीक है? This is a positive offer that I am giving to you. This is the positive thing. Now let's come to the negative thing. Negative cheese में what we can talk about is, suppose I have a shop in the locality, right? Now there is another person who's opening a medical shop just in front of me. I also have a medical shop. He is also having a medical shop. Okay? He is opening the shop just in front of me. Now this is going to cause a loss to my business. Okay? ये मेरे business को नुकसान करेगा, because obviously the customers will get distributed between me and him. So in such a situation, I can make an offer to him that देखो sir, please आप अपनी shop यहाँ पे मत लगाइए, ठीक है? Then he will say, why shall I accept this, right? Whatever you are saying, why shall I accept this? So I will ask him, see, let's make a contract. Obviously, I am going to pay you a compensation. What you are doing for me, you are not putting up your shop in front of me. ठीक है, इसके बदले में आई एम गोइंग टू गिव यू अ कॉम्पनसेशन फॉर नॉट डूइंग दिस. सो एन ऑफर can be made for doing a positive thing, and can also be made for restricting someone ki please don't do this. Like I made an offer to you that please join with me, right? That is a positive thing. And I am making an offer to other person that please do not put up a shop in front of me. This is, I am telling him to abstain from putting up the shop. Okay, so this is it. It is called an offer. इसको offer कहते हैं. Example, A wants to sell his car and he has published an advertisement in the newspaper which is in the form to communicate the offer to the general public. अभी हम इसके बारे में भी डिटेल में बात करेंगे कि क्या है क्या नहीं है, ठीक है, बट यहाँ पे अभी हमने ऑफर को समझ लिया है. Now let's talk about the type of offers. Before talking about the types of offer, wait for a second. Yes. So an offer must be stated and delivered in a way that would lead a reasonable person to expect a binding contract to arise from its acceptance. ठीक है? So what is the meaning of this particular line over here is they want to tell you whenever you are making an offer to someone, offer should be like that the other person can get willing to accept your offer. Now, for example, suppose you are making a vague offer. Vague offer means you are not clear. Suppose, let's take the car example. So, me and my friend we were sitting, okay. So I told my friend casually that you know what, I'm not liking this car anymore. Maybe I'm thinking that I should sell this particular car. Will this be a good offer? No, it is not. It is just the expression of me. मैं बस बोल रही हूँ कि या मैं इस कार से बोर हो गई हूँ and I would like to sell this particular car. This now the other person cannot say yes or no onto it. How can my friend will say, oh, yes, I want to buy it, or no, I do not want to buy it? It is not an offer in itself. It is just the expression. So whenever the correct offer would be, if I tell my friend ki listen Mr. A, would you like to purchase my car? This is a correct offer. ठीक है? Just casually saying that I want to sell my car does not stands to be a valid offer. ये कहीं से भी एक valid offer नहीं होता. Okay? Once we have understood this line, let's move on to types of offer. So in today's lecture, we'll be focusing on them one by one. Okay? To whom made, how they are made, others, etc. Now, to whom they are made is, if we categorize the offer on the basis of this, to whom offer is made, we shall come and we shall bifurcate the offers into two types. Number one, general offer. Number two is specific offer. General offer, take the example of missing dog in the mind. ठीक है? Missing dog वाले example में I told you that my dog went missing and I gave an advertisement in the newspaper that whosoever shall bring my dog to my home, I am going to give him or her 10,000 rupees. Okay, so in such a scenario, this offer can be accepted by anyone. Whosoever is reading that newspaper and whosoever is who might be able to find my dog on the way, anyone can accept this offer. So when an offer is made to the public, जब ऑफर पब्लिक को किया जाए और कोई भी वो ऑफर को एक्सेप्ट कर सके, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ जनरल ऑफर. Now, once we understood general offer, now let's move on to the another thing called as a specific offer. So, specific offer is made to specific person. Talking about the car example that I gave you. In the car example, I told my friend Mr. A that would you like to buy my car? Now, this offer can be accepted only by Mr. A. सिर्फ मिस्टर ए ही इस ऑफर को एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं. नोबडी एल्स कैन एक्सेप्ट इट बिकॉज दिस इज अ स्पेसिफिक ऑफर This is made to just Mr. A. ठीक है. Next is how it is made. So express offer, implied offer. Express communication of offer means when I am saying through spoken words, I am speaking to the other person that would you like to buy my car? This is an express offer, right? And implied offer का मतलब होता है by your actions you are implying to give that particular offer, right? So implied offer could be like restaurants, right? There is a restaurant and this restaurant is giving just a specific kind of thali, so they have put up a poster of it. So this is now if anyone who comes and sit and eats it, this is a kind of implied thing which is implied from their behavior. ठीक है, उनके behavior से पता चल रहा है. Next is the others. In case of others we have counter offer, cross offer and standing offer. ठीक है, counter offer, cross offer, standing offer, let's go through them one by one. So first let's talk about the counter offer. Listen to me very carefully. So suppose I told to my friend that would you like to buy my car for 5 lakh rupees. मैंने एकदम clear conditions बताई that would you like to buy my car for 5 lakh rupees. Now my friend says 5 lakh is too high. I would like to buy your car but for 4 lakh rupees. सिर्फ 4 लाख रुपए ही देंगे. So now what is the situation? This is a case of counter offer. ठीक है, I made an offer for 5 lakh rupees and he is accepting the offer but he is saying that I am gonna pay just 4 lakh rupees. तो अब क्या होगा? What is going to happen in this particular situation? My offer will be dissolved. मेरा offer तो खत्म हो जाएगा. The other person's offer, okay, what he has made, he said that I will buy your car for 4 lakh rupees. Now his offer will remain valid क्योंकि my original offer has been terminated because he made a counter offer to me. Now it is up to me whether I want to accept it or not. मैं इसको accept करना चाहती हूँ या फिर नहीं करना चाहती हूँ. So this is called as the counter offer. Now a next thing is cross offer. Cross offer में क्या होता है? Suppose me and my friend were thinking the same thing. We were at the same page and me and my friend, we made each other similar offer, okay, without knowing about each other's offer. For example, let's go back in the time and where the letters were being discussed. So letters के case में what used to happen was, suppose I wrote a letter to my friend that would you buy my car, and now my friend also sent me a letter that would you like to sell your car? So this is what? This is a case of cross offer. We made similar offer to each other without knowing about the offers of each other. ठीक है, हमें एक दूसरे के offers के बारे में पता ही नहीं था and we made similar offers to each other. This is a case of cross offer. We will be talking about it. Standing offer का मतलब होता है the offers which remain open for a specific time period. Okay, so for example, the tenders, the government tenders, they remain open for a specific time period and any person who's interested in that particular tender can apply. Okay, so government tenders or any other kind of tenders as well which remain open for a specific time period, they form a very good example of the standing offer. ठीक है, standing offer का ये बहुत ही अच्छा example है. Now once we have discussed the basics of types of offer, let's move on and talk about them in detail. So first of all, talking about general offer versus specific offer. General offer is made to the public in general or community as a whole. Anyone can come and anyone can accept this particular offer. It can be accepted by anyone. Acceptance need not be expressed Performance by the offeree according to the terms of offer is sufficient to enforce the contract. Example is missing dog. Missing dog advertisement. Okay. Next is we have specific offer with us. In case of specific offer, it is made to one person or group of persons. It can be accepted only by the person to whom it is made. So, example, car sale offer to friend. This is a specific offer. Okay? So this is the bifurcation in offer on the basis of to whom it is being made. Moving on and talking about how it is made. So we have two different contract in it, cross offer and counter offer. Let's talk about them. So counter offer means I made an offer to my friend that would you like to buy my car for 5 lakh rupees, and my friend said that I would like to buy your car but for 4 lakh rupees. So he made a counter offer for my particular offer. In this case, my offer will now get cancelled and his offer will remain alive. ठीक है, सिर्फ इनका ऑफर जिंदा रहेगा. नाउ इट इज अप टू मी, मैं एक्सेप्ट करती हूँ या फिर नहीं दिस ऑफर, राइट. Whether I will accept this offer or not, it totally depends on to me. In case of counter offer, let's understand the terms one by one and then we shall come on to cross offer. So cross offer, both the parties, they are aware of the offers which are made by each other. Both the offers are different. ठीक है, दोनों के offers different हैं. Both the parties are aware about the offers of each other. How both the offers are different? I made an offer for 5 lakh rupees. He made an offer for 4 lakh rupees. So offers are different. Original offer dies once counter offer is made. अब देखो, he has made an offer for 4 lakh rupees. So how can my offer stands withdrawn, right? Now the onus is up to me whether I would like to accept his offer of 4 lakh rupees or not. मैं accept करती हूँ या फिर नहीं. This is totally up to me. Next is counter offer amounts to new offer. Just wait for a second. Okay. So original offer dies and the counter offer amounts to new offer. A new offer has been made as soon as the other person says that I would like to purchase your car but 4 lakh rupees. Now I will give acceptance or not, that depends on to me. Next is the counter offer alone requires the acceptance because the original offer has died. The offer I made for 5 lakh rupees has died down and just the new offer remains, which I will accept or not, that depends on to me. Now talking about cross offer. See over here. So both the parties, they are not aware of the offers made by each other. I told you, so I posted a letter to my friend that would you like to purchase my car, and my friend also posted a letter to me that I would like to purchase your car. We did not know that we are making cross offers to each other. ठीक है? In case the offers are similar, I am making to him, he is making to me offer. In this case, the offers were changed. ठीक है? I asked for 5 lakh rupees and he said for 4 lakh rupees. In this case, we both are saying for 5 lakh rupees, but we did not know that we both are inclined towards this particular offer. ठीक है? So both the parties are not aware of the offers made by each other. Normally, both the offers are similar. Both the offers, they remain in existence for acceptance by the other party. Now, whether I accept or whether he accepts, the thing is same. चाहे मैं accept करूँ और या वो accept करें, चीज़ें same ही हैं, because at the end of the day the contract is going to be made. Okay, there will be a contract that will come into existence because the offers made by both of us are similar. Next is no new offer is created. Offer status is no new offer is being created. Both the offers, they await the acceptance by the other party. So with that, we have completed the cross offer and counter offer. Now coming on to the other types of offer called as express offer and the implied offer. Let's look at this as well. So express offer का मतलब क्या होता है? This is the offer that has been given through words, like over the telephone or in person or written way, right? This could be anything. Implied offer means an offer which has been conducted through sign or acting, right? Means there have been no usage of the words. Words का कोई usage नहीं है, no spoken words, no written words, nothing. It is just based on the actions. So this is called as the implied offer. Let's have an example of implied offer. So a person who buys a product from seller assumes that the product functions properly without the seller explicitly claiming that the product actually works. Now suppose we I have the cells, right? I have to charge those particular cells. So I purchased a device that charges my batteries, that means the rechargeable cells. When I purchased that particular device, I had in my mind that okay, this device is going to solve the problem of charging batteries. Now, if the device is not able to recharge my batteries, now my money is totally a waste, right? What did I purchase this device for? So this is the thing, whenever you are going to purchase any particular product, you have a particular conception in your mind that this is going to work in such particular way. If it is not acting in that way, then it is not correct. ठीक है? It is called as implied offer. Next, talking about express offer. So A offers to sell his horse to B for 5,000. Then only B can accept such an offer because it is specific to him. Here, usage of spoken words are used. Job offer letter, hiring a carpenter to redo your kitchen cabinets. In all these cases, you have been utilized your power of speaking, right? You have used the words, spoken words or written words, whatever might be the case. This is the example of express offer, where you are making the offer to the other person by speaking. ठीक है? Yes. So standing offer. What is standing offer? Standing offer is an offer from a potential supplier to provide goods or services at a pre-arranged price under set terms and conditions whenever it is required, right? So standing offer, they basically remain open for acceptance over a period of time. Suppose government brings out a tender that we are in the need of cement for a period of 1 year in this particular quantity, right? and whatever the other conditions have been imposed. So government has told its requirements. Government ने बता दिया है कि these are the requirements, this is the quantity of material we need, this should be the quality, this should be the quantity, right? And these are the particular timings at which we need the material. Government has told everything in the tender. The tender could be, and I am using the government's example, but just do not assume that that is the only example left. These kind of offers can be made by private entities as well, and anyone who is giving an offer that is valid for a specified time period, it is called as a standing offer. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Standing offer. Example is, so standing offer would be when X requires a large quantity of certain goods during 24 months period and gives an advertisement inviting the offer, and Z saw that particular advertisement, Z submitted for that particular offer. ठीक है? So this is called as standing offer, and it could be accepted by anyone whosoever is completing the requirements of that particular offer. Okay? Now let's talk about the essentials of a valid offer. What are the terms and conditions which makes an offer a valid one? Let us see that. Okay, so in this, first of all, the offer should be capable of creation of legal relationship. That means the intention should be to create legally binding obligation. Next, vague terms नहीं होनी चाहिए. There should not be usage of such terms the meaning of which is not clear. So that means the person who is giving the offer should be very clear in giving the offer, right? They should not use the vague terms. For example, suppose I have 3 cars and I gave an offer to one person that would you like to buy my car? Now in this particular offer, I have not made it clear that which of one of the car I would like to sell. So this is called as a vague offer where I did not clear the requirements. Okay? Next is communicated to offeree. So one is the person who we call us as offerer, who makes the offer, and the other person is called as offeree, who accepts the offer, right? So suppose I made an offer, now I need an acceptance. Now acceptance should be clear. Matlab, the other person should say yes. If the other person is not taking any action, then it will tend to amount to saying no. ठीक है? अगर सामने वाला कोई एक्शन ही नहीं ले रहा तो आप उसको yes तो कभी भी नहीं मान सकते, right? You have to consider it as a no, a big no. So that is why that has been told, that communicated to the offeree. Whatever offer you are making, you have to communicate to the offeree clearly, right? And then we will read it in acceptance that offeree also has to give a clear acceptance. अगर उनको offer accepted है, then they have to give a clear acceptance. Next is the intention to obtain the intention to obtain the assent of other party. Like I said, that I was sitting with my friend and I told that I want to sell my car. Now what kind of offer is this? I just said that I want to sell my car. Neither I wanted to have an acceptance from that particular person. This is the case one. The other statement could be, you have to buy my car. ठीक है, तुमको खरीदनी ही पड़ेगी. Now this is also not an offer. You are not giving the right of acceptance to the other person. उसको हाँ कहने का अधिकार तो दो. You are just saying कि नहीं आपको तो खरीदनी ही पड़ेगी. So this is not something where you are intending to obtain an assent. Hamesha, whenever you are making an offer, please make an offer in such a way that the other person has the capacity as well as the intention to accept or reject your offer. Next is, it may be conditional. You are making an offer and you can make the conditions as well. For example, I want to sell my land, right? So in such a situation, there is a person who comes up and he says that I would like to buy. I said, yes, I will sell it to you, but I need 5 lakh rupees in check and I will need 15 lakh rupees in cash. Okay? For example, let's reverse it, 5 lakhs in cash and 15 lakhs in check. So this is the condition regarding payment I have put up. Can I do it? Obviously yes. I am making an offer and I can just put up the conditions whatever I would like to. Next is not contain a term of non-compliance which would amount to acceptance. Such term is not valid. Now, there is a movie, I guess, what is the name of the movie? I guess Hangama, right? So in that movie, the person says that if you are going to put up the call, I will consider it as yes. So this is not how the Contract Act works, okay? Under Contract Act, the person who is accepting has to give his or her clear acceptance. ठीक है, अपनी clear acceptance देनी पड़ेगी. You cannot say that if suppose I made an offer to my friend through a letter and I wrote a letter that, dear A, I would like to sell my car to you for 5 lakh rupees, and I also wrote that if you are not going to accept the offer within 5 days, then I will consider it as a yes. That means if I did not receive a letter from you within 5 days, then I will consider it as a yes. So these kind of conditions you cannot put. Acceptance needs to be very clear and absolute. ठीक है, so आप ऐसे कुछ भी conditions put up नहीं कर सकते. Next is maybe either specific or general. That means your offer could be a specific offer or it could be a general offer. Maybe express or implied, we have already read. Different from an invitation to offer. Invitation to offer is done to induce the offer. I'll talk about it in a bit. We'll talk about it when we will read the detailed explanations. Different from a response or mere telling the intention. So when I said that I want to, I'm thinking about selling my car. This is just the intention that I'm telling, right? I am just telling the other person that I have an intention to sell my car. I am not making an offer to the other person. So this is what they are talking about. Now talking about invitation to offer. Invitation to offer like what? Suppose I was walking through a road and I just saw a poster on a balcony of a flat that flat is for sale. Okay, right? So only this much information was given, that flat available for sale. Now this is what? This is invitation to offer. How it is invitation to offer? Now I will call on the number given and I will say that yes, I want to buy it. Okay. Then the other person will talk about it. He will say yes or no. Here I am making the move. They have just informed me कि yes, this flat is on sale. Okay? Like they are informing to 10 other people as well. Now I would like to make an offer to, I will make an offer to them कि I would like to buy this flat for 50 lakhs, right? Now this is up to them whether they will accept it or not. मैंने तो अपना offer कर दिया, now they will accept it or not. So this is called as invitation to offer. Now let's talk about it, all the terms and conditions one by one. Number one, we have offer must be communicated. So communication of offer is the most primary thing which is to be done for a valid offer, right? The communication could be in the oral form or written form. Please focus on such kind of things because it could be asked in the examination that what a valid offer looks like, right? And these conditions can be provided to you. The offer can directly communicate to the person specific to whom it is offered, or it can be general in nature. They are talking about the specific offer or the general offer. For example, A says that I want to sell his car and he has published an advertisement in the newspaper. This is considered as a valid offer. देखो, your offer can be in the oral way or it could be in the written way. Both the ways are possible. Apart from that, it could be specific or it could be general in nature. दोनों में से कोई भी चीज हो सकती है. Next is must create the legal relationship. I am not going to detail them as much because we have talked about it in detail जब हमने वहाँ भी पढ़ रहे थे तब भी. So a valid offer creates a legal relationship, which means there should be intention. Whenever you are giving an offer, there should be intention of yours that now I would like to bind both of us in a legally binding contract. देखो legally binding contract में क्या होता है, both of you would be obligated to perform your ways of the contract. How? See, you said that would you like to purchase my car, other person has accepted. Now you have to sell that particular car, right? You cannot say that no, I would not like to. Once a contract has been made, either you have to fill up a penalty or you have to fulfill your obligation. One of those things will happen. ठीक. So X says to Y, if he passes the examination, he will get a new video game. Y passed the exam, asked his father to give him the video game as he has promised. But here X is not legally bound because the offer doesn't create any legal obligation against X. This is a domestic sort of relationship, right? And in this situation, the other person is not giving any sort of consideration. This is not a commercial contract, right? Where the intention was to create a legally obligation relationship. Now, please focus over here. When a father is promising to his son that I would give you a video game, will he think that if he doesn't fulfill this promise, his son will approach the court for it? No, right? So the intention was never to create a legal relationship. Intention was always a general promise. So the intention also matters. Next is definite, unambiguous and certain in nature. That means there should be no a kind of vagueness, no kind of confusion that should remain. For example, Mitesh offered to sell his car to Tanmay. Mitesh is having two cars, right? One is Ford and other one is BMW. Mitesh offered his Ford car, but Tanmay was thinking that Mitesh is offering BMW. So in this case, it is not a valid offer because the conditions were not clear. What the other person was intending, it was not clear, right? Next is it must distinguished from invitation to offer. Invitation to offer, I did tell you what is it. So invitation is different and the offer is different. Invitation is when you just put up a limited information. Like I said that there was an banner telling that the flat is for sale. That is a very limited amount of information. Now whosoever is interested, they are going to make an offer. So there should be a difference between invitation to offer and the offer. Offer should be clear, offer should be definite, offer should be having all the things that needs to be accepted. That means all the terms and conditions should be made clear. Now next is it could be general or specific in nature. Talked about it. What is a general offer? What is a specific offer? We have talked about it. An offer must be made with a view to obtaining the consent, right? The offerer must obtain the consent which should be free in nature. As it defined, it should not be taken under coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation or mistake. That means you should allow the other person to accept the offer, right? It should not happen that I am offering to the person and I am just making the offer on a gunpoint that you have to accept this offer. This will not amount to acceptance because there is no clear passage given to the other person for accepting the offer, right? So in this case, this is what all the terms and conditions are there related to an offer. Now let's have an overview of the lapse of offer, and then we are going to talk about it in the next lecture. Lapse of offer means an offer lapses if one or more of the conditions are not fulfilled. For example, see over here, how can an offer will close, ठीक है, किस तरीके से एक ऑफर क्लोज हो सकता है? By revocation. Revocation, other person has not accepted, other person has not said yes, so your offer will stand cancelled. By lapse of time, the time that was provided in the contract to act has now closed. By death or insanity, so if the person has died, then how can a contract will function, right? So that is the clear no. And insanity means the person to whom you have offered, if he becomes of unsound mind, in such a case the contract cannot go further. Okay. By failure to accept conditions, by counter offer, by destruction of matter, by not accepting in the prescribed mode. Now we'll talk about them in brief, very brief. So by counter offer, how? We talked about it, right? I told to my friend that I would like to sell my car for 5 lakh rupees, and my friend said that no, I would like to buy it for 4 lakh rupees. This is the counter offer, right? Counter offer means I made something else and he has offered me something else. Now my original offer stands cancelled and his offer remains. Now if I would like to accept it, then I shall go for it, otherwise I can say no to. So my original offer has died because the other person had made a counter offer to me. Okay. By failure to accept conditions, the conditions that were written in the offer, if you have not accepted it. For example, in case of sale of land, I told to the other person that you have to provide me 15 lakh rupees through check. So in such a situation, if the person is not able to provide me 15 lakh rupees through check, then the offer shall remain the cancelled. Okay. Subsequent destruction of the subject matter. We two persons, I made an offer to sell my horse, right? And my horse, unfortunately, my horse died. So in such a situation, offer will get closed because the subject matter is not there. Then what I would do by making an offer? Next thing is your not accepting in the prescribed mode. So not accepting in the prescribed mode, you can think about a job offer, right? An offer letter, when it is given by a company talks that you need to accept this particular offer by giving us written consent of yours, right? You have to provide us written consent. So in such a situation, if I just said yes on the phone and I forgot to provide a written consent, in such a situation, the offer shall remain cancelled because I did not provided the answer in the prescribed mode. So this is how an offer can lapse. This is not just the thing that we are going to talk about. We will be talking about this in detail, but not today. Tomorrow will be the day where we'll be discussing about it. I'm hoping that you guys are able to understand the topics. I have made the thing really easy, and believe me, from this content you will be able to solve all your previous year questions as well. So let be it, and obviously if you are liking this particular video, then please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, and thank you so much.